A lot of questions and comments on my recent videos have been geared towards what's going on with Dish. Everybody's curious to know how things are going to pan out as they pivot from a traditional satellite TV operator and TV streaming service over to also including wireless operations. So they're going to be the new fourth national wireless provider, and they're going to be doing things kind of unconventionally as they pivot into this new market. There's a lot of people that are naysayers. They don't know if they're going to be able to actually be an effective carrier. How are they going to build their network? How much are they going to be able to spend? What is their current financial situation? Is their debt going to be a hindrance? There's so many unknowns and so many questions about the company. But today, I actually have some good and useful information that'll give you some insight on how they're going to be operating things, not only from the wireless network side, and this includes both postpaid and prepaid wireless, but also the executive shakeup that they've recently undergone, and also adding new individuals that are bringing some experience to the table. So I'm going to go through all that news today. I'll give you guys the facts, and then I'll give you my spin or my opinion, and then you guys can chime in and tell me what you think. All of that's going to be covered in this video, and all of that starts now. Hey, what is going on, SMT Nation? Thanks for tuning in to watch this edition of the SMT YouTube channel. Today we're going to look at some news coming out of Dish Network, a little bit about Boost Mobile, their postpaid operations up and coming. We're going to take a look at some executive shuffling, some, releasing, some hiring, so there's good and there's bad, but we're getting a lot of insight on what's going on the Dish side, which is what we've been looking forward to as they have pivoted from the TV side over to now being involved as a wireless carrier, including national coverage and standalone 5G. Before I get going with this content, if you could please check out some of the links in the description box. We have a link to the SMT Patreon page. We also have a link to the Twitter handle @SneedTech if you'd like to get involved with the community there. And then also the link to the Megadon.net invite code, the social media platform of the future. Never need another social media platform ever again. No algorithms, no ads, no tracking, Megadon.net. All right, so what I'm going to do is I'm going to look at kind of the news coming out of the Dish wireless potential operations and what they're doing there, and how things have changed and switched over from the TV side to, what they're going to be doing moving forward with wireless and things of that nature. We're also going to talk about Boost Mobile a little bit, and then we'll kind of see where this kind of puts Dish moving forward. All right, so let's look at the first item, which is Dish as Dish Network. Dish has gone ahead and released president of its Sling TV division, Warren Schlichting. Essentially, the company has struggled with Sling as well as traditional satellite TV. It was an awful quarter for them, and actually a couple of really bad quarters consecutively. So they have been completely sullied by customer losses as subscribers have fled the TV service, whether it's Sling as well as their traditional satellite TV as a premium TV option. His duties included advertising sales and programming deals, as well as acquisitions and renewal deals for programming and content. He's been with the company for about 10 years, and there were times that were really good for Dish, and there were, lots of quarters of phenomenal growth and profitability, but it looks like after multiple consecutive quarters of poor performance, it was just inevitable. At some point, it was going to happen. So the TV losses when it comes to Sling, as well as the Dish Network operations, there were consecutive losses, including up to 375,000 Sling customers leaving over quarter 4 of 2019 and quarter 1 of 2020. There was just pretty much no way that Warren Schlichting was going to retain his position based on those metrics. And you look at the performance, it's understandable. Hopefully he bounces back and things improve for him on a personal level and for Dish, but it made sense, and there was no way around it. So that was kind of the first initial domino that fell. The second item, Dish has added a new executive to their team. What they've done is they've hired former T-Mobile executive Dave Mayo. If that name sounds familiar, this man has been in telecom for quite some time. His role is going to be Executive Vice President of Network Development. So this indicates the postpaid network that they are going to be building as a standalone 5G service. He will be responsible for wireless build-out strategy as well as the deployment of Dish's standalone 5G network. In terms of who is going to be joining him on the staff, he will join Jeff Bloom, John Swearinga. I hope I said that right. No disrespect intended, but they will be the retail executives. We're still waiting on the Boost Mobile side to all of this, as those names are involved with Boost Mobile. Specifically, John Swearinga will be operating the Boost Mobile side. It looks like that deal should be closing in the near future. The latest that Boost Mobile's deal can be closed through the Dish side will be July 1st. So at some point in the next several weeks, we are going to see the close of the transaction. Swearinga will likely execute the Boost Mobile business side. So anything that's involved on Boost Mobile will be his job description and duty. Swearinga will likely execute that business plan moving forward. At that time, when he does kind of take over, we may see changes, but as of right now, it is business as usual, and Boost Mobile continues to operate as it were. Dave Mayo, to give you some background, is a long and successful history with T-Mobile. He was the one who established the fixed wireless and IoT development for the Un-carrier, as well as the network organization as senior vice president over on that component of T-Mobile. He will be reporting directly to the president of Dish Network, Charlie Ergen. If that name sounds familiar to you, if you've been a part of the community, you know how important he is to this whole Dish Network operation. Not only that, Mayo has been in wireless and part of the T-Mobile branch tree of the network since the mid-90s, as he was part of the Western Wireless Operations and Voice Stream transition. If you guys remember, I did do a history of T-Mobile video, and his name would be important to those elements through the 90s and into the 2000s. In my opinion, when I look at Dave Mayo as this hire for Dish Network, it's a really good hire in my kind of perspective. I think he brings experience, he brings tried and true execution, he has a high performing standard track record. I also think that he's very skilled based on what he's been able to do for the Un-carrier in the recent history, as well as going as far back as the Voice Stream and Western Wireless operations. So he seems to be very effective. He has a pedigree for success. Again, like I said, a really good hire for Dish Network, considering the green nature of Dish not really having experience as a postpaid wireless operator. They're bringing somebody on who does have some proven pedigree to operating under these conditions. So I love the hire. I think it's a phenomenal hire. I think he's going to really catapult the network build out, and I think his strategy, in trying to do something that's really never been done in the US, because they're trying to operate a virtualized core for their standalone 5G service, which is going to help them scale, and it's also going to give them really, I think, a very responsive, a very light-footed and pivoting type of company in operating the network. There's going to be some really unique things that Dish can do, a lot of things that we don't know about now, but we should find out, especially with somebody like Dave Mayo. I think there's great potential there. Anyways, what I want to hear from you guys is, what do you guys think about these news? What do you think about the release of the former Sling president, Warren Schlichting? What do you think about the Dave Mayo hire and what it means for Dish moving forward? Go ahead and comment down in the comment section. I'd love to hear what you guys have to say. So go ahead and let the voice of the SMT Nation be heard, the pulse of the people. I'd love to hear from you guys. So go ahead and do that. If you found this video informative, please do like this video and share it. That helps the channel out tremendously. So thank you in advance for that. Also, if you're new, maybe this is your first time here, consider subscribing and then activating that bell notification icon so you never miss an upload from the SMT. And I just wanted to give a shout out to the SMT Nation. You guys are amazing. We are fast approaching 10,000 subscribers, and we don't plan on stopping. So I want to thank you all for your continued support. I'm looking forward to a great future for the SMT Nation. So big shout out to SMT Nation and you guys supporting us here on the YouTube platform. And if you watch this all the way through, let's go ahead and hashtag Dish Network. We got a lot of news from that. You can hashtag Dish Network, and actually, if you want to, you can hashtag Dish Wireless as they move forward with postpaid. That's pretty much it for this one. If you're not ready to leave and you want to check out some other stuff, here's some videos for you to check out. I hand selected them. I hope you guys enjoy those. And, you know, we got a lot of stuff, a lot of content up and coming. So keep it locked here to the SMT YouTube channel. I hope you guys have a great rest of the day. Stay safe, stay healthy, and hopefully we'll catch you guys on the next video. Peace.